This is just a short video about how to remove and then reinstall the thread take-up assembly device. So it's really interesting. I really kind of like this technical stuff. It appeals to me. So hope this will help you with your machine or your project. I'm looking at the thread take-up lever assembly, and the device is locked into position by two screws essentially. This one up here, and this screw tightens and releases the stud that this goes into. And on this aspect of the horizontal arm shaft counterweight here is a set screw that releases this stud here. There's two studs. There's a stud that goes in there, and there's a stud that goes in here. And this screw is for the needle bar connecting lever. And the take-up lever assembly is this kind of angled part. This part, vertical, and then the pickup lever with the hole where we put the thread through. This is the thread take-up lever connecting link. It's the link from the stud, and this stud is anchored into the frame. And that's the purpose of that stud, is to anchor this assembly so that it's able to work at fine tolerances. The needle bar connecting link obviously goes down to here, and the needle bar has a post that goes in there. So that is still attached, that needle bar connecting link. If I remove this screw, which is a reverse thread screw, as is this one up here, so that's kind of the setup. This is the needle bar connecting link. This is the take-up lever assembly connecting link. There is a screw here that releases and tightens this stud, and there is a screw here on this face of the counterweight that tightens on this stud here, which is where that reverse thread screw is threaded into. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that screw and undo this one here, and see if I can just gently, and gently is the word with when I'm dealing with this, see if I can gently pull it off the machine. So there, that wasn't difficult at all, and these won't be because they've been on and off and they've been cleaned. This one's a little tight. I think I did, yeah. So, and I don't want to take, especially that set screw, I don't want to take it out, and I don't want to take it out. So let me see, I'm just going to take my needle nose pliers and push the other end of the stud, and I can, look at that. Now we want to get it off like equally so it doesn't bind. Is it binding? What's it doing? It may need me to back off this a little bit. Let's try that. Look at that. There. Sweet. And here's, so this screw goes into the post, the stud. There is the connecting, needle bar connecting link. And look at the way that is facing. The oil hole is on that side. I'll know if I reversed it and put it in wrong, it would be obvious. But the key part here is this flat spot which lines that up. Okay, so there's the flat aspect on the stud, which has to mate up with that set screw there. That goes in there like that. And I just want to see if I can gently slide it in. And I think we have. And that's loose, nothing's tightened. And that's pretty much a go. So first I'm going to tighten this one. Now it's still smooth, it's still slick. So let me get the other one and snug it up and see if we're still smooth and slick and solid. There. Now that's a little stiffer, so I'm going to loosen the top one. So the top one's loose, and there's a bit of binding, so I don't think this top one, I'll snug that one up just a little, and I'll get this lined up. Where am I here? It's hard to see sometimes. There. There, I feel that that screw is in the groove up there on that stud. That's snug. That is snug. So I'm good with that. It's going to need adjusting, but it is installed and it's working. I think if I had a needle bar on there, because when I hold it, it's real smooth, it's real good. So I'm going to snug that up. And then I'll make sure that that one has a bit of a snug on it as well. So that's it. That's a lot of fun. I'm going to move forward from there, and I don't know if the needle bar and swing arm will be, and rocker arm will be my next choice, or the presser bar. The presser bar lifter lever is already on, and this presser bar rocker to tension assembly is on. I can rebuild the tension assembly device, not tension assembly, the assembly and the device on the stud. So I'm going to keep going. I'll probably do that, but I'm going to continue on this in the next video. Also in the next video I may or may not put that on, or it may be on when I come back to the next video. But I like to do things more than once when I'm doing them. A lot of this stuff is new to me, getting into, you know, this really kind of intermediate advanced stuff. So it's a learning process for me. Well, that's the end of this little video. A process I would like to get set in my mind. But really cool machine. Really neat. I don't have that in there, it's just laying on there. I'm still playing with that. But I'm glad that you guys came here. Remember, have fun, stay safe, and thanks for coming. If you're inclined to subscribe, I would appreciate it. It helps. Thanks.